What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Mr. Plays. And today is Christmas. So as a special video, I'm going to be explaining the entire Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity story and timeline fully explained. Now this video, guys, took about 5 to 10 hours to make, so please make sure to smash the like button. But without further ado, roll the intro. Also, guys, I would like to say, before I get into it, thank you to Zeltik for a lot of the information for this video. Their channel is super awesome, and their link is in the description below, so make sure to subscribe to them. And also, obviously, this video spoils everything in Age of Calamity, so if you don't want to get the game spoiled, click to whatever video I put as the top link in the description. You'll enjoy it. Alright, here we go, guys. So the entire Age of Calamity story really revolves around Teriko, that little guardian egg that was once Zelda's when she was much younger. Teriko was kept in the box inside of Zelda's study. Teriko was kept there for many years, but during the Great Calamity, Link and Zelda were in a battle near Fort Hateno. This is the memory of Link dying in Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, this is where it gets interesting. It was here where Zelda finds her sacred power to save Link. But it was not just Link she saved. It was all of Hyrule, because at that very moment she awoke Teriko in a little box back in her study. Once Teriko awoken, he looked out of the window and saw all of Hyrule burning. Teriko knew what he had to do. So he opened up a portal and traveled back in time all the way to before the war started. This is the Age of Calamity timeline. So now, guys, in Age of Calamity, like you already must know, there are two Terikos. One being from the Breath of the Wild era, and the other is not where you expect he is. He is not in the box in Zelda's study. When the Mouse went alongside with Teriko, the Mouse was able to turn him evil, and somehow he found his way to Gerudo Town and got into the hands of Astor, the Prophet of Doom, basically one of Ganon's loyal followers. Now, evil Teriko was really useful to Astor because since the malice in him was from the future Ganon, that means Teriko knew the future. Later on, during the quest road to the ancient tech lab, Robbie and Purah extract images of Hyrule during the Great Calamity. This leads Zelda to prepare Hyrule for war. Now, zoom ahead to the quest freeing the Korok Forest. In this quest, you have to fight Malice versions of the champions. This is because, let's just say, Teriko has been Malice, which means he can now Malice other things like Guardians. But Astor experimented with the Malice, giving him the power to make other Malice monsters. So all of the champions are now taking on the Malice versions of themselves. Okay, guys, now let's go ahead a little later to when Calamity awakened. It was then when Robbie and Purah are attacked from the Yiga clan. Luckily for them, Teriko managed to escape with the Sheikah Slate, which he takes to Zelda, who just escaped from Hyrule Castle with Link and Impa due to King Rhoam sacrificing himself. All of a sudden, a miracle happens. Zelda is in Hyrule Field crying, thinking and believing she has failed, when one of her tears drops on Teriko, which opens up a portal that brings Sidon, Yenabo, Riju, and Teba. And now, it would have been at this point where the champions died to the Blight Ganons, but this time they didn't. Because now Teba went to help Rivali, Riju went to help Rosa, Yenabo went to help Daruk, and Sidon went to help Minfa. Now, they were not able to beat the Blight, but since they had a team of 2, they were able to survive longer, which then Link was able to come and save all of them. It was at this point where Zelda began to have hope, now that they could have control over the Divine Beast. But now, on the other hand, Astor was still alive and his plan was to resurrect the Blight Ganons. He had to do this with Mouse, so he began to harvest the souls of the Yiga clan. As he was doing this, Soga and Master Koga did not want to be the last sacrifice, so them and other members of the Yiga clan decided to switch sides. Now, Link, Zelda, and Impa go to head to Fort Hateno. This is where they meet up with Astor and the resurrected Blight Ganons. As Impa grabs Zelda's arms and they start to run out, Link goes to take on all 4 Blight Ganons at once. And not surprisingly, Link puts up a fight. But as Zelda and Impa are running, Zelda has a fear of losing Link like she did her father. So as she is running back to Link, a gold light comes out of her hand, pushing back the Blight Ganons. This was her sacred power. Link and Zelda managed to remain under control of the Great Plateau and headed straight to Hyrule Castle for Zelda's father. When they got there, King Rome was alive. This was all due to a piece of Sheikah technology which put an energy field around King Rome, reflecting all of the laser beams coming at him. Then, Purah, on the top of the tower, got the teleportation system she was working on figured out. With it, she managed to teleport all of Hyrule's armies in front of Hyrule Castle. Now, with Zelda leading the armies, they are preparing to strike. As they make their way to Hyrule Castle, they find Astor and Evil Terrico. And Evil Terrico begins to take form of a huge Blight Ganon Guardian person, and also known as Harbinger Ganon. Alright guys, so next up, Astor told Ganon to kill Link and everyone, but Ganon is not under Astor's control, and Ganon was only using Astor. But Ganon was of no need of Astor anymore, so Astor got consumed by Evil Terrico's malice, which combined their forms into Calamity Ganon, which is basically the power of Astor combined with the power of Terrico and the malice from Breath of the Wild's era, making this the strongest form of Calamity Ganon. And then Ganon shot some malice into Terrico, making good Terrico evil, leaving Link with no choice but to kill Terrico. And now was the final battle, everyone versus Ganon. So at first, Ganon wasn't vulnerable at all. No one could do any damage to Ganon at all. But then, as Zelda used her sacred power in an attempt to seal Ganon away, it awoken Terrico, who was defeated by Link. And now this time he was also good because the malice, for some reason, didn't affect him after he was dead and had been awoken by Zelda's power. So then he ran straight to the Sanctum and ran into Ganon, making him vulnerable and giving Link, Zelda, and everyone the ability to defeat him. And then, with a couple good hits with the Master Sword and Zelda's sacred power, Ganon was defeated. And after everyone was leaving Hyrule Castle, Teba, Riju, Sidon, and Yunobo got sent back to their original era. And there is a little more left to the story, guys, but I'm going to save that for another video. Well, with all that said, guys, thank you for watching this video. And if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, because this video took like 10 hours to make. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, guys. Well, with all that said, have a Merry Christmas. Peace!